again. It's been a little while since I've done this, and there are like a few funny reasons for it. So here's the thing. The first video that I put out, I did say in the video that I wasn't in the best place, which is why it was a little, I don't know, the tone was a little on the sad side. Hopefully the tone here is going to be very different. But here's what happened. What I put up was it was a second video that I'd recorded. I learned a few things from it. One, I should not record earlier in the morning because my poor little room, it doesn't really get sun. And around 7, 8 in the morning my time, it looked like I could see it through a really dirty, filmy window. Like, not filmy as in movies, filmy as in film, dirt that makes a window a little gray. And I was like, that is definitely not the aesthetic that I want to go with. Also, proudly lazy. Okay, fine. You know what? Yes, proudly lazy. I do not know how to use filters. I do not know how to do color grading and whatnot. The only reason why I know of these terms is because I don't live under a rock. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't know how to do any of these things. So rather than learning something that I clearly don't know how to do, I will go the easier route of keeping it absolutely simple, which means if my lighting isn't right, the sound isn't right, I'm just going to put it up. I'm going to put it out anyway. I don't know how to do the beautifying something thing. However, I still feel maybe that early morning slot, okay fine, not early morning, but morning slot is probably not what I want to use to do this. But going back to what's really funny. So the first video that I recorded, the lighting was lovely. I think I recorded it at around between 11 in the morning and 12, like 11 and noon. So I had nice warm sun coming through the window. I had an excellent hair day. And I was in this really low place and I was doing this for the first time. So I was like, you know what, if at the very least, if the world within isn't doing great, at least the world outside is, and you know what, we'll just go with it. So I pour myself out into this video, and it's intimate, it's vulnerable, and I actually had to take a moment to myself to get rid of the tingles at having exposed myself, because that's not something I know what I'm about to say is ironic considering what I'm doing right now, but I'm generally, it's a toss-up between exposing myself and the need to talk. Anyway, the thing is, I recognize the irony, but it felt very vulnerable. So, you know, I took my moment, and I'm also not great with following through on things that I want to do and the things that I feel like I can do, because imposter syndrome, but I feel like that is a whole other beast to tackle, so maybe next time. But the thing is, later that evening, I'd basically been putting it off. I was like, I've done this, now I didn't want to acknowledge that I had made this video. And it took me, I think, about 6 or 7 hours of my regular day to actually get to a point where I could bring myself to go take a look at the video and see how it had turned out. And as I said, watching it again, I felt vulnerable and exposed. I was like, this is precisely what I want to do here. I just want to be organic and authentic and share how I feel about different things, about myself, about life. And that is exactly what that video had. And then I realized there was something a little odd about how my face looked. So I was watching it on my phone, and I like zoomed in. You could see a booger peeking out of my nose. It was hilarious. It was so hilarious and so embarrassing. I feel like I have unlocked a new trauma. I was like, is there anything I can do to not have to go through this process again? To just use what I've made and I don't know, cover it editing the thing that I am morbidly scared of, because I don't know how to do it at all, and I feel that there's no way that I can learn it. And I was like, maybe nobody will notice. So instead of I actually considered just putting it up, and then I was like, you know what, maybe let's just take a little moment and try to see if we can verify this. How conveniently ignorable this stupid booger is. And I just I went away in my room, shut my door, didn't want anyone walking in when I'm trying to verify this very embarrassing bit of content for now completely different reasons. And I just put it on my laptop, and oh my god, it's like, I don't know how you feel, or again, if you're even there, this is me just talking to my dearly beloved void. But it's like when I'd been watching Sherlock, the BBC series with Benedict Cumberbatch, I already had I liked the actor. Like I thought he was absolutely brilliant in his like blip of an appearance in Atonement, and then a bunch of other things. But then there was this one moment where he gets really, really angry on behalf of his landlady because she's been hurt by intruders. And I realized then that Benedict Cumberbatch is very, very attractive. I could not unsee the cheekbones. I could not unhear the voice anymore. And it's just, it opened a window that I can't close. That's kind of what happened with my booger. I couldn't see anything other than that on my screen. I forgot how I had spoken. I forgot how I just, again, bared my soul. Okay, fine, that's maybe me being dramatic. I feel like I never got out of my angsty teen phase, by the way, because it'll just keep popping up as it did right now. But it's like in that moment when I was looking at my video, it was so hilarious. I couldn't take anything seriously. It was so funny. And what I was really sad about, so as a girly person, like I'm a natural girly. I have been, again, so nature has been very kind to me, as in it's indulged in my laziness. I thankfully don't really need much product, so I use my diffuser, or even if I don't, my hair goes at its natural form and I don't need to touch it or mess with it. But the thing is, because I don't and I can't really use product or a lot of styling, I don't exactly know how my hair is going to turn out until it's actually completely dry and it's the day after I've washed it. And my hair looked really nice. I was like, this is possibly the nicest my hair has looked in like 3 years. And I got completely washed away by my nose. It was so funny. It was so funny. Anyway, um, I cannot tell you how many times today before recording this right now, I felt it on my nose. I'll keep doing that now probably, and oh my god, you never know, maybe I'll come with an absolutely clean nose and then I'll just push something out that's not supposed to be there. I'm sorry if this is grossing you out. I'm really sorry. It's now become a bit of a sensitive thing for me. Anyway, the point being that I was just so scared of a repeat. And honestly, as I said, it's not a great trait, but I do have a little bit of a hard time sticking to things and being consistent. So I think I used the first recording fiasco as an excuse to avoid recording something again. I'd wake up in the morning and I'd be like, you know what? No, it's I don't have enough light. In the afternoon, I'd give myself the excuse of, no, I have this other thing to do, which I would also not do. I'm not painting myself very well here. Not very well at all. But see, here's the thing. It's not, as I said before, it's not about painting a pretty picture. It's about no filters. Sorry, Thamkinat Mansoor, I did not mean to do that. I'll try to avoid using that term in case somebody is not from South Asia and familiar with the lady that I just named right now. She's this wonderful content creator here in Pakistan who makes insightful and also hilarious videos, and her channel's called No Filters. Yeah, I do not want to do that to somebody else. Now, wasn't this self-important? At this point, absolutely no one has seen anything that I've made. Nobody. And here I am thinking, oh my god, I'm probably like intruding on somebody else's space. Nobody knows I exist. Nobody cares. But I'm still sorry. It's so strange being an odd combination of constantly apologetic and also simultaneously absolutely stubborn. What are we if not contradictions? The thing is, though, I feel like for a person like me, it really helps to let, I don't know, small wins. Yes, I did just hide a burp. I'm fasting. I haven't eaten anything. I don't really eat at Sehri, Suhoor, whichever term is familiar to you. So I don't know where this burp came from. Sorry. Now I've lost my train of thought. Oh, dang. You know what? I'll just naturally pick up on whatever stream is coming to me. And, oh yeah, I just came back. Great. What else we were talking about was, if I allow myself to be happy about the tiny steps that I'm able to take, for instance, recording this video right now after I think about 3 weeks of the first video, then I think I'm better able to get something done. Making the steps smaller making the increments very fine. I feel like I get intimidated by big change, big movement. I think I unlocked another thing. Huh. Something to talk to my therapist about, I suppose. But just to bring you in on what my mind's doing right now. I think this probably should have been obvious, but epiphanies are what they are. They're just this realization of something that's already there, essentially. And my epiphany right now is things that seem normal in other people's lives. Like, applying for or moving on to a big job, getting into a relationship, taking a civil service exam, applying for a doctorate. These are like big things that I have dreamt about, and I just realized that the sheer bigness of them, the sheer magnitude of their significance on life, on me, is probably what's scared me off. Huh. Uncover something new about yourself every day. Oh well. The thing is, I'm definitely feeling better right now. On paper, I don't really have much of a reason to feel better. I mean, nothing's changed. But I still do. So here's to seeing you again in another authentic, organic space. And I think there's a term that just came to me, and it feels right, at least right now. This is my voidery. The void that is kind of serving as my diary, because again, I suppose it's easier for me to speak than to write. I really am one for taking the easier route. Huh. Realizations upon realizations today. But yes, signing off from my voidery.